Welcome to the Martial Arts of Sales. I'm glad you're part of it. This is part 2 of a 2-part series on how to make money on social media by cold calling. That is part number 2. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is what you all have been waiting for. This is what I've been waiting for to share with you. But first we had to build the foundation. If you're watching me on YouTube, hit the subscribe button below. If you like the video, smash the like button and do share with others. So part 2 is how to make money cold calling on all social media platforms. Now for the introduction. Check it out, guys. Welcome to part 2 of the 2-part series on why phone sales or cold calling is more relevant today than ever before since the 1980s. Part 2 is what you've been waiting for. Part 2 is what I've been waiting for to share with you. Here is part 2. Before we dig into it, you're watching me on YouTube. If you like the video, smash the like button. Do subscribe, just hit the button below and share the video with others. Part 2 is how to make money cold calling on all social media platforms. Now I want you to pay attention to this. This is where the money is. This is the number. This is what you need to write down, or keep rewinding this video and listen to it repeatedly so that you can get this. Okay? Now that we built and we laid down the foundation, and those of you who listened to the previous 5 videos, which is laying the groundwork for these next 2, if you applied those and you really did them, you're going to be successful on social media. Okay? Before we get into that, I just want to recap. Like I said, social media to me are just modern day yellow pages. And there's so many of them. And if you're able and are willing to think outside the box and start to embrace cold calling on social media, you're going to be glad you did. You're going to be thanking me that I persuaded you to do that. So, here's what should happen through the strategy. Number 1 is, as I said, this is the hunting ground. Okay? For me, my hunting ground is my office, targeting the right customer, going after the business, grabbing the attention, grabbing the business. I'm a hunter. So we got LinkedIn, we got Instagram, we got Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, the most 5 popular social media platforms right now. Okay, you could apply the same thing, the same strategy to Better Business Bureau and Yahoo and Bing and Google. Anything that has a name, a number, an email address, websites, all of that, it works for all of them. But these are the social media platforms that we all use. Okay, now, as we said before, if you're able to target and get 5 qualified leads per day per platform, and there's 5 platforms, right? Number 1 is through my social media investment strategy, I will help you and it will show you how to target qualified leads. Once you target your qualified leads, now it's time to convert those leads into sales, right? Through my system and my strategies and the execution of it, you're looking at a conversion ratio of at least 30%. So we're going to use the 30% to go over the numbers and what these numbers could represent to you as a business owner. And I'm going to be as conservative as I could possibly be so that you don't get overwhelmed by the numbers or the potential of what could happen if you combine technology, social media with cold calling. Phenomenal. I'm so glad I love cold calling. Okay, so number 3, what should happen is you will increase your monthly cash flow. By what percent? It depends what the monthly fees are. Depends what your monthly expenses are to run business. So it depends on certain things. But you will increase your monthly cash flow. Number 4 is you will increase your annual revenue. By what percent and how much? We're going to go over that in a minute. Number 5, obviously, more profits, more revenue. If you got less expenses, you got more profit. Does that make sense? Then the last one is return on investment, or ROI. It depends on what the investment will be. How much would it cost for you to do what you need to do? So that happens, right? So you look at how much it costs, and at the end of the day, what return on investment you got on that investment. Okay? So these are the 6 things. Now, let's go over the numbers on this side. We're going to do it based on 5 qualified leads per the 5 platforms: LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. You with me so far? Okay, so on my right-hand side, on my left-hand side, but your right side, is if you add 5 of these a day per platform, and there's 5 of them, that means you get 25 qualified leads per day. Write that down, 25 qualified leads per day. And if you're working 5 days a week, you're looking at 125 qualified leads per week. Okay? This is where it gets exciting. This is what I love. Now, we're going to take 30% closing conversion ratio. I could take the person that's never been on the phone, the worst speaker ever, and get them to convert 30% in sales. So, if you got 30% conversion ratio on 125 qualified leads, remember, you control it. You went after these leads. You set the tone for that, right? The only thing I can't do is close deals for you. So, if you got 30% of 125 qualified leads per week, how much is that? That's 37.5 new customers per week. That's right, 37.5 new customers per week. So let's assume I'm going for the lowest numbers. I'm sure most of you have a product that has a minimum of $1,000 price range. So we're going to use $1,000 minimum as a conservative number, as a round number to make it easy. Okay? So if you get 37.5 new customers per week, and each customer averages $1,000, that's $37,500 in new business, new sales, new revenue every week. Think about that, guys. And what did it cost you? Pennies compared to what it would cost you to generate this. So $37,500 per week. There are 4.2 weeks in a month, but we're going to round it off to 4 weeks. So if you multiply $37,500 per week times 4 weeks in the month, that's $150,000 per month. Now this might scare some of you because you may not be used to that. I used to generate 200 grand a month. That was my take-home pay. And I will get there again. But I want you to think about these. $150,000 per month. So, if you invested, let's say it cost you $5,000 to set all this up for you. And the first month, you generate $150,000. How much return on your investment is that? 25 times. So through my strategy, through my social media investment strategy, it pays for itself. If you work it. It is that simple. It is that cut and dry. There's nothing magical about it. It's just people are lazy. Hopefully that's not you. We could break it down to the ridiculous. Let's cut this in half. $75,000. Let's cut that in half. $37,500. Cost you $5,000. Let's break the $37,500. The point I'm trying to make is that there is a way to make money on social media today by cold calling. Don't let anybody tell you different. Don't read any book that says cold calling is out of style. It's wrong. It's not true. Now, people may choose not to cold call. That's different. Me, I love it. I'll never give it up. I could make $10 million a year. I'm still going to cold call because I love it. So, if you take $150,000 a month and you multiply by 12 months, you got $1.8 million in new annual revenue. So if you're generating $1 million a year prior to doing the social media investment strategy, and through this, you generate an extra $1.8 million, that means you made 1.2 times return increase in your revenue. Actually, 180% more. I want you to think about that. That's how I see social media. This is without advertising. This is without boosting anything. This is without promotions. This is just hardcore, fundamental cold calling on social media platform. That's what excites me. Laying the groundwork is hard. Like I mentioned before, training is hard. The event is easy. How you train every day in your business and sales and cold calling is going to be the way you perform. Some of you may know this, some of you may not. I was training for the Olympics. I was the youngest finisher ever in 1984 in the New York City Marathon. 18 years old. I graduated from high school. I was city and state champion in high school. I had scholarship offers through a lot of universities. I didn't like school. So I trained myself. I ran 150 miles a week for 1 year, twice a day, and 30 miles once a month every Sunday. Insane. I loved the training. It was hard, but the races I loved even more because I was so prepared. This is no different. This is no different. I could help you and show you through the social media investment strategy how to learn the art of cold calling on your social media platform, and why I believe that is more relevant and more important today than ever before. The question is, are you willing to think outside the box, go against the grain, and generate more business? That's only you can answer that. That's what I offer. Think about that, guys. That's the return. That's the kind of money you could generate. You like the idea? Does it make sense? Do you understand the value that's being offered to you today? I hope this has been helpful. I hope you do take advantage of it. Again, if you're watching me on YouTube, hit the subscribe button below. Do share this video with others. And I want you to think about what we just went over. Watch this video again and keep writing the numbers down. And ask yourself this question: can I really do that? And if the answer is yes, then I invite you to email me at the martial art to sales. I'll respond in 24 hours and I'll get you involved in my social media investment strategy program. I want to thank you for watching, being part of the martial art to sales. Till we speak again, I say goodbye for now. This is Paul Cruz with the martial art to sales. Have a great day. Bye.